Our interview with Dr. Alan Foster continues with putting, and we'll start off with the first thing all of us need to putt well.
What kind of putter is this?
Oh, this is it's the model is essentially an 8820. It's not what it says. It's just because Cleveland doesn't make 8820, but that's the style. It's a blade putter, and this is a really old putter. I can tell you right now, and that's what I putted with most of my life. A putter
Really?
like this, yeah. All these new modern putters with the big heads, and
Right,
I don't putt with those. Well, I do now, but I didn't used to.
Right.
So
This
I used
is
to
what
putt
you're
this
used
way,
to.
yeah.
And
So
what about the grip on the putter? I know I've seen some people with that really oversized grip.
well, that's
What is your
because
opinion?
they put the oversized grip on to get your hands out of it. Because what you don't want to do is flip your hands at it like
Right.
that. You don't want to turn the head. When you putt, you don't want to rotate the head so much that you change the angle that you hit the ball. I mean, you line up so that you're going to hit it perpendicular to where the face is. And if you're moving your hands too much, it could go this way, or you could do that. You could do a lot of things. You have to be able to finish the stroke the way you intended to keep the club face square
Right.
when you hit it to the line. Now, it's not going to stay square beyond it because that would be going like that. You can't do that. So you have to, at impact, it has to be square. No matter how you do it, it has to be square.
Right.
It can't be crooked because then it goes every which way. And that's not good
Right.
most of the time. But the secret to putting, to me, the biggest thing that people miss is actually being able to read a green. I've had friends who complain about the fact that they can't putt, and I stand behind them, and every putt they hit goes exactly where they aim it. And they say, "See, I got a terrible stroke." And I'm saying, "No, you're blind. You can't see where the ball's supposed to go. The ball's going that way, and you're aiming
Right.
that way." So the first thing you have to do in putting is you have to be able to tell which way the ball's going to go, if it's going to go uphill, going to go downhill,
Right.
sideways.
Right or left.
You've got to read the greens. If you can't read the greens, you're never going to be a good putter.
Right.
So that's critical, and that's a matter of experience. You can't, maybe some of the young guys seem to putt really well. They pick it up immediately for some reason, and other people never pick it up. So
How do you, there are a few different ways that you can read greens, right, is my understanding. And so kind of squatting down behind the ball, or do you hold your club up?
well, I don't plumb bob because I'm not any good at it, and I'm not sure. To do that, you have to have arm has to be straight out, and you have to be standing on a flat surface because you can't have your shoulders going one way because then the club goes that way.
Right.
So
You have to
it's
know your dominant
yeah, and I'm not very good. I've never been any good at that. I just get down behind the ball without falling, hopefully. I get down like this because then I can see the imperfections in the green,
Oh, yeah, there's a much better view.
and I can
compare.
sort of tell if it's going to go right to left or left to right. And I can tell if it's uphill usually or not. And then I go and look at it from the other direction sometimes, but not always. Not here because I kind of know where the greens are going here.
Right.
And then I just walk up, and I have a different stance. Most people stand square,
Right.
everything square, shoulders square, but I don't putt that way. I putt about 45, 45 degrees open. The line is here, my feet are open, and I putt. Basically, I take the club a little inside and I hit down through the line that I see. I see the line's right there. Most people would be putting like this, and this is the line. They take it straight back and they putt through. And that went straight, but I don't seem to be able to do that. So I just rotate my body, and I take the club a little inside and just hit it down the line like that.
How would you read the green going over here?
Well, this one's easy. This is going to go to the right. And probably, I got a ball. So what do you think it's going to do? What do you think? If you were going to putt this, what would you think?
I see where you're saying it's going to the right. It almost looks like there's a little increase and then it flattens out.
Yeah, there's a little rise in the middle here, and it's
Right.
going to go right. How far right is it going to go is the question.
I don't.
Is it going to go this much or this much or?
I feel like about this much.
Okay, well, it's probably going to go 3 or 4 feet.
Okay.
So I'll try to hit it where I think it should go. about like that. That's 3 or 4 feet.
Oh, wow.
Go in the hole. Oh, darn.
Oh, so close.
So, I mean, that's
Right.
see.
That was so much further than I thought
Yeah.
it was gonna
Yeah.
turn right.
Well, see, you're not an expert green reader,
I'm
apparently.
not.
Which is
But
okay.
after this, I may be.
Well, you have to look. You mean you have to look over there. Your eyes. I don't have to do this, but if you're starting, you have to look over there
Right.
and see. This the sidewalk there is considerably higher than this.
Right.
So you have to. You know that the slope's going this way, downhill.
Okay. Yeah.
And
when I widen my view, I see.
Then you have to judge how much it's going to turn, and that's a function of time. It's experience. You have to, just have to play, and you have to putt.
Well, thank you.
Hey,
It was
thank
so
you, Alex.
nice. This was really great.
Great.
Thank you very much.
But don't take up golf.